5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Brown 80. Mike 45. Alert. Check 52. Check it out, Reed.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's go.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They go play action. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 39, Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Alert, 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 alert! Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Ricky. Hey, Echo. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, T. Let's go. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike 50.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Allen. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff looking right. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down at about 9 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. The defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
He's crashing. He's Begin. Half 85. Undercoach. Joker. Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Run.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is Cohen, and he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
First down, a run with Cohen. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Check 9, check 9.
Now Allen operating from the gun. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo! Kill! Stop! Half. Hey, Orbit!
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Recon, 132 fighter. Quick. 56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Allen. Caught by Jones. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
45. Mike, 45. Go. Game situation. Let's go. 45 to Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Shreds the tackle. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, 133. Hey, Delta.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 27, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. We'll have that little curl there against zone, but the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield down. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now Johnson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield on play action. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. The screen pass here to Cohen. 3 quarters in the books. Watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 7.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Cohen on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Piñeiro is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
22 yards. First down, Buffalo.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Switch. Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check. Regular.
2nd and 5 now. Allen forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. A second down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Young. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. 1 yard gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Chopper! To throw is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Bills send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Wait, alert, 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 alert. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Move.
4th down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Brown 80! Watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! What's that?
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Today's final score, Bills.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.